Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages. I haven't been in Podium for a long time. I felt a bit bad. We haven't had a stream. We weren't going to have a stream today, so the former old Podium commentator decided he's going to do a one-night, potentially only, jump in to save all of you lovely ladies and gentlemen, because I love Podium. My former place, I used to commentate it last season. I loved it. I used to curse a lot of people. I don't know if Okiki's in here yet. I hope he is. He's in here. This is good. Okiki's here. My friend's Okiki's here. He's going to have some fun. He's probably just seen where I'm in the lobby and he's going to go, oh no, now what's happened? Well, welcome along to the beautiful, apparently, we are in Spain, by the count of the stream title. I've just noticed the stream title, apparently we're in Spain, because it won't let me change it. So, there's a bit of an issue there. Now, welcome along to what is going to be one of the most beautiful races. I'm going to just tell them the stream title's wrong whilst I'm here. But, too late. We are in Spain, unfortunately, here today. So welcome to Brazil, Spain, here today for the Catalonian Brazilian Grand Prix. My name is Evil Dragon, if you're just joining me here today. And welcome to Podium, here for what is going to be round number 7 for this championship, which can be decided tonight. We'll take you through all the standing and permutations later on. But Danestar, he is leading this championship, 115 points from Estimat in second. Gazman in third, from Rogue in fourth, Jish in 5th position. I believe that's Joss. I still don't know to this day. Jish or Joss. Mr. Okiki in 6th position. Lofty Heights is in ahead of Salty in 7th. Jordan in 8th. Oz in 9th ahead of Rye Racer in 10th. We've got Jonas in 11th from Liam. And then Liam the 2nd. Then we've got MCFR. And then we've got my old friend Andreas here in 15th. Kong Hoffner in 16th ahead of Fozzie Bear. We've got Tunder's Speed Quinn and Thomas Vieira down at the back in terms of that. I will get all your lovely comments up in just a few moments' time as well. But what we have today is going to be an intriguing race. And we'll go through to the permutations whilst we are here, whilst we wait. If Dane wins with the first lap, Salty, Okiki and Joss are eliminated. Rogue must finish 3rd. Gaza and Estimat must finish 7th. Otherwise, Dane will win the title here tonight. If Dane wins without first lap, same one, your 3 I just mentioned will be eliminated. Rogue has to finish 4th. Gaza and Essie has to finish in 8th, otherwise Dane will win the title again. If Dane finishes 2nd with fastest lap, those 3 I mentioned earlier will be eliminated yet again. Rogue then must finish 4th. Gaza and Essie Mats must finish 10th or better, otherwise Dane will win this championship. If Dane then finishes 2nd without the fast lap, still, your top 3 will be eliminated there of Salty, Okiki and Joss. Rogue must finish 5th. Gaza and Estimats must finish 11th or 12th with the fastest lap as well. So, a little bit of riding on there right now. And, yeah, so slight technical issue in terms of this is Podium, not Precision. Just don't worry, we're at Podium, everyone. There's been an issue. I don't know if I'll have to restart the stream or not, but I'll let you know if that happens. So, slight technical issue. Right there. So, whilst we are just waiting to see who's doing what and what is doing who, we'll have a little look through all our lovely sponsors any second. It's got a nice little thing. It says to take a tour through the sponsors. I'm going to go and read it. We've got some nice cloudy conditions as well. And don't forget, to our sponsors, Next Level Racing, sponsor League by providing prizes, Pure Sim Gear, sponsors the league, providing a pair of sim racing gloves, the driver of most combined poles and fast lap. To our partners, Vespertine. Partners with Vespertine support our championship prizes. ERT, the partner of the ERT Going Gets Tough Award, and of course, do the lovely league trophy. SimGrid, powered by SimGrid, who are on our lovely community platforms through there, which I read out the standings earlier on as well, which I do love. It's so pretty. I love it all. But we have a lot of lovely action. We've got lovely cars going second. We've got a Mercedes coming up. Is it going to be Y Racer? Well, it's going to have to be Mr. Yuri there. My old friend, my old sparring partner. I like Yuri a lot here. We've got a few others coming out on to the circuit. Or is it going to be Josh coming out first? I think it's Josh coming out first. It is Josh coming out first then on to the circuit then here today. So, as you run on board, I'm just going to quickly turn the audio down because it's very loud in my ears and it's hurting. Because what happens is I've done it before, and normally someone's in the party with me, but I'm doing solo comms, so it's very loud, so I'll turn it down right there. For all of you lovely audience, hopefully that is a little bit better as well. So, let's get ready to rumble then as we get through into turn 3 and 4, then all the way into 6, 7. And it's a really short lap around here in Brazil. I'll take you through, of course, all of the action points in just a few moments' time as well, as you want to see Jonas jumping up ahead. So we're on board with Jonas then as he comes then down in towards Young Cow, then into the penultimate corner on this circuit. Oh, wow, when I say penultimate corner, it's it's pretty much the last real corner on this circuit. Young Cow, turn 12. Then there's 13, 14 and 15, which aren't really corners. If you said that to Mark Webber once upon a time, he probably would argue with that. Once you come through 15, up through the gears, rise over the crest, and then, of course, spot your braking zone on the right, down in towards the centre. It's late braking to punch it in through there. On the left, chuck it into the right as you hit the curb. Then on the exit of the centre S, you're now into the coveted soul. Turn number 3. Rise up through the gears, up into the top gears that these cars can do. 8th gear, of course, the highest gear on these cars. You now chuck it down into the Interlagos. Then turn number 4 and 5. And that look pretty good there for Jonas. You now come up into 6, a Ferratala, and then into 7 to the Laragina as well. Keep it in the track limits. Very easy for the rear end to step out over the bumpers. You now peter it through into 8 and then into the Penarino, turn number 9. This always the old section on the circuit as well. This circuit's undergone quite a few changes in its history. I think he's actually backed off his lap time potentially right there, but we'll keep on board as you come down into Maraginio, turn 11. Then, of course, Young Cow, turn 12. We've got a few more after that one as well, but he has backed out of his lap time, meaning next up we might have, is it Trudus on a lap time? As it comes through Young Cow right now, then into 13, the little left kink, and then into 14, which is, I believe it's pronounced Suda de Boxed, and then into Aquafabadias, which is the last real corner on this circuit. The little kick to the left, up to the line. Let's see what he can do then. Can he beat the time? And of course he will. 1 minute 8.3, the first representative time on the board. We've got Liam Free crossing the line right now. Goes even quicker. 1 minute 7.988 for him. And Alpha Tauri crossing the line of Apex. He goes even quicker. 107.839. Next up, we have got the Ferrari of Gazman starting lap time. We've got the Mercedes of Jess, and we've also got Yuri on a lap time as well. Purple Sector 2 from the Dutchman. Let's see what he can do through the last corner up to the line. Let's see where Yuri can go then. That's P1 so far for him. 1 minute 7.8, which is a very respectable lap time indeed. Gazman on a lap time right now. Look and see who's next. We got Andrea Larson on a lap time as well. We've got those two, the only ones on little flying laps currently in the session. So we're right on board then with Gazri comes through up the hill, and of course brake braking zone down here as well. Another one of those corners where it's very easy just to lock a brake and go straight on. But he looked like he got that all absolutely perfect and stopped as well as you come down into Young Cow, into the penultimate row, into the last row corner I'm going to call on this circuit. Scenes of Lewis Hamilton and Timo Glock's battle. Some people say controversial, some people do not, but it's a very beautiful overtake. Nonetheless, for Hamilton, won his first title in 2008 on the final corner, on the final lap in Brazil. Meanwhile, Gazman, what is he doing? 1 minute 8.008 for him, which is lovely to see as well. Next up, across the line, we've got Andreas coming up to finish lap 2, and I believe behind that we have got, looks like an Alpha Tauri, so it might be MC, and then next behind that we've got a few of the McLarens on lap time, and so across the line goes Andreas, P3 on that set of medium tyres then. Next up, we've got Salty Bear, we've also got Fuzzy Bear on a lap time as well, so we're right on board with Mr. Fuzzy then. Let's see what he can do. Akiki is out of the session. And Wow. Now, historically, me and Okiki, normally when Okiki is here, he has a terrible race. He's already DNF. Now, I believe he might have a, well, I'll go through and see who's doing what in terms of their engine penalties, because we do have engine penalties, of course, to counter him at Fuzzy Bear. Let's see what he can do across the line. It's P7 for him. Let's see what the Salty Bear can do. Meanwhile, on that set of soft red wall tyres, he comes up to the line, keeps it nice and shallow as he ups to the line, keep to the left, come to the wall, and that's P6 there, 1 minute 8.102. We got Konghofner now coming through then on a set of medium tyres, hoping to start this race on that medium tyre as well as he comes up then through turn 5, 6 and 7. And thank you to someone who's changed the stream title for me as well. I do appreciate that one indeed. You now come up into 11 and into 12, down to the brakes there, third gear, second gear to get the front end slightly turned in, back up to third, into fourth, up to fifth, into sixth as you now look to the left, look to the right. You can have a little indicator where you are on this circuit as you now come into the little banking at the finish line, up to the line, and let's see what Coffee can do. Hopefully a top 10 for him, and it is top 9 right now as he is in the 9th position. Behind them we've got Jonas on a out lap. We've got a few others on out laps as well. Fuzzy Bear coming into the pit lane. Now he's going for another lap then. So let's see what he can do. P7 for him. So the second flying lap time for Fuzzy puts him alongside his fellow Bear, though spelled slightly differently. As Salty comes in the pit lane, we've got a Red Bull starting his out lap who's invalidated. We've got a Ferrari crossing the line right now in the back as well, but I think that is your first couple of runs of qualifying complete right now. Jordan up in sector 1 there, look very good for him as you now up the crest in towards the middle sector as you are well into it. Sun starting to shine out here over Interlagos in Brazil. Of course, in between someone has hit the wall, I've noticed, on the exit of turn 7, 8 there, I've just noticed, as there is a tyre in the wall, which someone has gone off. Now, I'm wondering if that's MCFC, as Jonas goes up to P1 right there, as well as Kauna comes Jordan. That's his second split, a 51.7 for him as you come through next to Young Cam. Might get a slight toe potentially off the Merc, but I think the Merc's slightly up the road for him to get a toe right now. But let's see what Jordan can do. Keep it to the inside then, let's see up to the line. Let's see, can he get inside the top 10? Well, the answer to that is 10th, so exactly what he wanted to do. I want to take your attention quickly as well to one of my favourite little stats here in One Hub. That, of course, is where the drivers have been doing and who's been doing well and who's not been doing well in terms of the quali and race ranking. And topping that, by the way, is NSX Montana. Yet again, 11.64 in qualifying and 19 in race pace. That is the second highest I'm seeing in race pace. Danestar, the quickest driver in terms of race pace. In quali pace, a 9.84 for him. Historically, in that there is a 92.22 rating. Scorpion in third there with 11.16 and a 17.33. And then we've got Infamous in fourth. The driver who races in the Prospect here, a good old friend of all of ours as well. He's in fourth in that. Tom Robbo in fifth. Head at Oasis, Gazman and Estimat in 7th and 8th position respectively for those two. Gazman there in 6th, Estimat down in 15th. Yuri, meanwhile, talking of going speedy, he's just gone up even quicker there. Right now, it's a 1 minute 7.390 for him and that split right now. Raidman in 9th, had a Legend in 10th. Samba in 11th, had a Jess in 12th. Only Toma in 13th. Cam, who creates this, is moving up the leaderboard. Has he rigged it? I don't know, but he's climbing up the leaderboard ever so slowly. Now in 14th, had a Rydell in 15th. Weapon Proverb ahead of Henry, Casper, Rogue and Kai rounding out the back of that one. Yellow flags as a Ferrari gets out of the way. As we look down to see, we've got Apex coming through the last couple of corners right now. Let's see what he can do as he peels it down towards the pit lane entry and into the pit lane entry, might I say, as well. Gets it nice and slowed up. It's 50 miles an hour on the dot. As we now look, Salty Bear, purple sector 2 for him as he comes up to the line as well. Into 7th gear, keep it nice and shallow, like I said, to the line, just to maximise as much as you can then. And then, of course, what you'll normally do, go slightly to the right to open up your next lap. P2 for Salty Bear right now, as you've got the Ferrari pairing crossing the line right now. And it's Jordan, 51 up for him. Doesn't improve by much either, but a small incremental improvement is the crucial one. We've got Liam on a out lap. We've got the other Red Bull of Danestar on a lap time right now, but he's 6 tenths down and coming into the pit lane. Well, it says we look through then to see who is actually where in the standings, and it is, of course, like I said, we've got a nice mix, of course, but it is, of course, Danestar, your championship leader. He's going for ultimate glory. He can win the title here today as well on the medium tyres. He is down at 11, but he'll be selling a set of softs on in due course. Matt's down in the pit lane as well. He has not set a lap time. I believe potentially he is one of those that have a qualifying engine change. So I'm just going to have a little look and see if I can scroll up to see who is actually taking the engine, because I wrote all of the prospect notes down, but did of course write this because I wasn't expecting to do it until very, very recently, in the last about half an hour, which of course is lovely to be back here in Podium, as a tier that I used to do back in the days. In terms of who is doing what in Podium, it is Josh, Okiki, Estimat and Ollie Z, who of course two at the back, lads, Okiki and Ollie Z both not saying lap time. We've got Josh, Estimat as well, so those are those drivers not doing that. We've got MCF, who was out of the session, and Liam will be going for a lap time in due diligence. Meanwhile, we've got Jordan out on a lap time. We've got a few others on lap time. We've got Andres. He's down on his lap time. I believe he's coming in to the pit lane. I thought for a second he was going to flick spin it in the pit wall, but luckily the game decides it doesn't want to end his life there. And then we've got Gazman down 5 seconds. His teammate just ahead of him as well on that set of medium tyres. He's going to come in the pit lane. Sun now shining above all of the drivers. Here is Jordan. To the line, can he improve his time? 2 tenths up there. Puts him into 8th position for the time being. So slight incremental improvements for them as Liam now crosses the line on his lap time. P3 for him. Then a 1 minute 7.489. Just over a tenth of pole position. Well, when I say literally a tenth, it is a tenth and 100,000th of a second of pole position right there as well. Apparently, I did get the TAS, so, so it has come through. It's just delayed it, the message didn't come through. So, good news, we have the TAS. The message didn't come through. So, slight issue there, and that was my end. So, good news, we've got the TAS, which is good to see. So, good to see. Well, we can have a look at all our little things right now and see, has everyone been nice and good in terms of that? I think we have everyone who's got their task set correctly, which we like to see as well. We see Kovner, he broke his front wing not too long ago. He is currently on a lap time right now as he comes through in towards turn number 4. Down on the brakes, 2 tenths up for him so far. Churros it in a little bit wide, it might invalidate his lap time, which it does, unfortunately for him. So, not going to be doing a lap time for him. We got the Red Bull of Danestar on a out lap. We've got also, I believe, Salty Bear on a lap time as well. He's just started that one in the meantime. Hands up through Salty Bear then, and it's looking pretty decent, I say. That gets a little bit twitchy on the rear end, but hooks it up then as he now comes down into that middle sector. Into 6, 7, 8, and 9, bit of more twitchy on the rear end. He comes through into Pico de Pato, into 10, then of course down into Marigino, and then Young Cow, and he's backed off his lap time for him then. So no lap time for him. We've got Jordan on a lap time, but what we are looking for is Danestar on a lap time right now. As he comes up, he'll have a car of Andreas on the inside. He gets out the way, a little bit twitchy on the curb for the championship leader, who can ramp the championship up here tonight. As you come through 7, down into 8 and 9 into Parahino, and then up into Pico de Pato. And this needs to be a pretty good lap time then for the man who, like I said, hoping to wrap the title up here today. Through comes Danestar then, and what is the second split? It is 8 temps up for him, so it's a very good lap time for Mr. Danestar. Where is it on the Taz? I look down to see. It is not saying the lights are blazed. There's 2 green sectors for him as he crosses the line right now. It'd be good if he get into the top 10. He goes into 7th position for his first run of the session. But qualifying running out, that really is going to be the only lap time he's going to get. So Danestar at best starting in 7th position. We've got Rogue and Jonas all on laps. We've got a few others. We've got Salty, Gazman on a lap time as we look through to see who is where. But it's not going to be Gazman. He's invalidated his lap time. As Yuri then, so far, provisionally on pole position with 50 seconds to go. It could be good for him. Meanwhile, we've got Jonas on lap time right now as he comes into the last couple of corners, into 15, into 14, then into 15, the little kink here on the banking, up to the line. Let's see where he can go. Can he get himself nearer the front? He was 5 seconds down, unfortunately, so he's going to go again for another lap time as we look to see Yuri. 4 temps up there as well on his provisional lap time as he comes through then into the next couple of corners. Let's see what he can do. I do wish to apologise, by the way, if I do not speak a lot. I do have, as Andreas goes P1. Well, one lap, I was about to say, I do apologise if I don't speak as much. I do have a bit of a burn mark in my mouth, so it does hurt a little bit. So I do apologise if I sometimes do a bit of lack of speaking, because I am in a bit of pain right now. But Andreas with a good lap time, Jordan with a good lap time as well. Right races invalidated me. Well, what about we've got Salty Bear, 3 temps up in the middle split. Let's see what he can do. Can he get himself up into 3rd position? Yes, he can. So 3rd for him. Looking down the field to see who's on the lap time. We've got Jonas on the lap so far. What he can do, 4 temps up and to the line. What can he do? P2 for him then. So good lap time for Jonas. As now we look to see, we got Liam on a lap time. He is down a few things. Danestar on a lap time. Only good enough for P8. Liam crosses the line in P11. And I think we might have everyone in qualifying done. And I'm seeing Coco saying, what did I do? It was actually eating pasta, I believe it was. Or it might have been I had some mince the day before and it was very hot and I burnt myself with fat. So it hurts a little bit, but it could be worse. I don't drink tea though. To be fair, I actually don't drink any hot drinks, so there's that one. Hot drink of Coca-Cola, I can drink that. As I now have a drink of nice apple and blackcurrant. No, it's not even apple and blackcurrant, it's strawberry and apple tonight here today. So they're qualifying over. It's Andreas on pole position by 2 tenths of a second from ERT Jordan. Salty Bear ahead of Y Racer. Gazman ahead of Liam. Danestar, Rogue, well, Apex, as I say. And then we've got Con Hoffner, Liam, Fozzie. We've got MCFC. We've got, and then of course, EKG MCFC. And then we've got SC Match, Jess, Oz, and then of course Okiki down the back as well. So there is your order right there, as I will now look through to see who is going to be doing what and what is this beautiful weather going to do here today in Brazil. If you're just joining us, don't forget, if you are watching us on the Twitch, you can of course hit the follow button as well to keep up to date with all of the action. And if you are watching us later on YouTube, which of course we do have potentially some issues on YouTube, I have noticed, by the way, with some of the live streams have been taken down in the past. It happened, I believe, for some of the streams that we tried to put up earlier on from last week. Nice sunny conditions, by the way, ahead of us. But don't forget, if you're on YouTube and you're watching this back, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, hit notification bell as well, and check out all the other tiers as well. If you're watching live, we'll be seeing the likes of, I believe it's Precision, live at 7:30 to 7:45. And then, of course, we have the top tier Pinnacle going live later on at 8 to 8:30. I always get them mixed up, which is where I've been here long enough. I should probably know where everyone's starting, but it always eludes me every single day. So there's that one as well. In terms of the conditions, by the way, here today, we are going to be getting, I believe, a nice sunny grid here in the race. It is 7%, 9%, up to 20% in 60 minutes, so a very low chance for rain here today. Don't forget, by the way, as well, we could see the championship decided here tonight, and that is, of course, if Dane wins with the fastest lap. Gaza has to finish 3rd, ST has to finish 7th, otherwise the championship will be decided here today. Of course, it is, of course, only if Dane finishes 1st or 2nd, he will win the title potentially tonight. Those are the real only permutations we'll be looking out. Of course, we'll be seeing who is eliminated and where as this race goes on. But if you are, of course, wondering of all the sponsors whilst we are on the formation, that Next Level Racing sponsored league providing prizes. We've got Pure Sim Gear sponsors the league, providing a pair of their sim racing gloves to the driver, the most combined poles and fastest laps. To our partners, Vespa Team, partnered with Vespa Team, who supports our championship prizes. Of course, to the lovely lads at ERT, partner the ERT Going Gets Tough Award and league trophies as well. And of course, to the beautiful Sim Grid as well, and of course, runs our community platforms. That's where we get all of the standings and everything from there as well. So thank you to all of them for their lovely action here today. But the crucial thing here is we have 36 laps ahead of us around this circuit. First hosting a race back in 1973, of course. The Autodromo José Carlos Pache. This track opened in 1940. 5 Brazilian drivers have won this race: Fittipaldi, Piquet, Senna, Massa, and of course Pache. Brazil are the most poles. Pole position, a 36% chance of winning the title. Decided 05, 07, 2008, 2009, and of course 2012. Konhofner has disconnected here. Of course, 4.309 kilometers the first lap, of course, and all the laps. 6 to the left, 7 to the right. One of the anti-clockwise circuits on this calendar. But the crucial thing is the last car gets set into grid, then the Aston Martin of Okiki. And in any second then, we shall get ready then for what is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Look but never stare, because here in Brazil, it's go. And it looks like a very good start from Larson. Looks like a good start as well from Jonas. As Jonas there down into turn number 1 will try and take the lead. There is on the outside into the inside. Will give him a bit of squeeze. Andres leads then as they come into the exit of the centre rest. But right up the chuff there is Jonas there. Andres coming the inside, forcing him to go to the right. In the background there, Salty Bear trying to get on the action. As Andres still leads into 4 as they come then down into the break, then through the Interlagos up to Ferrara. There is Andres leads from Jonas. Salty Bear in 3rd, from Jordan in 4th. The 2 Red Bulls there of Danestar squabbling as Liam on the outside, Danestar on the inside. And hopefully these ties don't battle too much. Danestar has a title to fight and gets that position there. So far up to 8th. MCFC up positions. Well, MCFC should I say up into 10th. Liam as up into 11th. As down there you can see a battle between the midfield. We've got a car off the road. I'm seeing yellow flag. We've got Fuzzy Bear. I think there was a bit of a kerfuffle down there. We've got Fuzzy Jess, Konhofner, MCFC, Esti Matt, Okiki, and Ollie down at the back so far. But it's Andrea so far with a storming start up front from Jonas in second position. As well, Jordan there battling for that third. He goes around the outside in towards turn 1. Gets it stopped on the break there. Daystar now up to 7th position as he comes up through the field. This is quite crucial for him. He is on a fly, as there you can see looking up the inside there as well as Liam 1-3 TTV. Is he going to try sliver one up the inside? Laying on the brakes. Is it Apex going to give him the room? Gives him the space. But of course, Liam a bit pinched on the Apex. Couldn't quite get the nose up the inside. They're brave to do one in towards turn number 6, 7 and 8. As he backs out for the time being. Race, of course, not won on the first lap. Race is normally won on lap 36. And meanwhile, Fozzie Bear dropping down a position, of course, now behind MCF 2020 as well. Further down the field, Konghofner. He, of course, disconnected, we believe, earlier on, down in 18th position. And Andreas off! Andreas off! And that is big trouble there from Andreas, who was running up there in pole P1. And he's dropped then all the way down to 17th. And what shock and horror for your race leader, who got a good start and no longer has a good start. He's down there in 17th, and while he's got on the curb, presumably the rear end says no. And round she goes. DRS enabled. Jonas now leads today. Ahead of Jordan, Salty, and then Yuri up into 4th. As you can see, Okiki potentially having a mistake down there. And a few of these drivers start a battle, but it feels so bad there for Andreas. He was running well. He's going to have a look up the inside, then laid on the brakes from Ollie Shades. He gets the rear end steps out. Ollie backs out of it then. Doesn't want a piece of that pipe, as he wants to live for another day as well. But up to the front, it is Jonas now leading from Jordan. Bear in 3rd, from Yuri in 4th. Gazman in 5th, now ahead of Danestar in 6th. And now Apex in 7th, looking at those guys who have jumped up the most positions so far. 6 up for Joss as well in this race. He's had a really good start. Truder's up in 4 positions as well. Danestar up 2 now into 6th position for him today. So, those drivers making up positions now. And it's quite crucial up front. We got 3 wide then. Down towards someone. Salty Bear going for the lead then. He's got the lead then from Jordan. Jonas back down in the 3rd then to the top 3. Sparring away then. It's now Jordan going to be going for the 2nd bite of the cherry. Salty will not have DRS. So this is going to be all about patience. You can see Salty though burning all of his DRS. Yellow flag. And there is EKG having a mistake. He's probably gone on the curb on the inside of the Senna S. Down in towards the curve. The sun has dropped it around. I don't believe any damage on the front of that car, but a real big shame for him. Looking at the tyres, by the way, everyone is on it. It is, of course, the top 11 on the set of soft tyres, 12th and 13th on a set of mediums, and Andreas is now out here in this race. Virtual safety car has been deployed, and well, Andreas, who I said was doing well earlier on, well, he's out of the race here today in Interlagos, and well, what rotten luck for him. Salty Bear now will reign the lead and will presumably be seeing people in the pit lane soon. Well, talking of it, they're all going to be in the pit lane right now, aren't they? Because I said it. And in they all come. I believe we'll see pretty much everyone in. Apart from Apex, who stays out. Liam stays out as well. You have a Liam out on circuit as well as Fozzie Bear in those set of medium size. But this is a good gamble then for these drivers, of course. Taking the first of 2 mandatory stops this afternoon. If you are new, of course, to one top, but 2 mandatory stops is required. Most of them will do 2 stops nonetheless around here. It's normally pretty difficult to do the one-stop strategy at the best of times, so they're going to be doing what they can do for Lemon. That 5 of 36, 31 laps to go as, oh, Apex has picked up a penalty, and Apex might get himself in more trouble. He's Liam there almost. Runs into the rear quarter panel there of Apex, who just got a bit too excited, thought he could go, gets a penalty. Konghofner there, he's an AI dropping down a position. Salty Bear making up a few positions right there. But Apex now will drive through penalty. Rotten luck then for him, and well, what can you do for the poor man? He was running so well so far. Is now the outside line there as in comes Apex. to serve his penalty. Liam on 3 into turn number 1. So far down on the brakes for them as he curve it through then into 1, 2, up into 3. Liam in 2nd so far, Resty Matt in 3rd, Fozzie Bear following suit in 4th as well, following behind Esty Match is now in 3rd position, don't forget as well. As further down the field you can see Jordan coming out of the pit lane. 3-second time penalty is that there is MCFC at this race. Now will that be a safety car, I wonder? I believe, no, he's still going, so he's retired on circuit, which you are not allowed to do, I believe, so he might get himself into some trouble. I'm looking there at the indicator, so it's showing that he has retired on circuit, so that is a real shame to see. Liam on 3 leads this race from Liam in 2nd. I'm also Liam in the comment box, so 3 Liams here right now. 1 in the comment box, 2 on the circuit in the top 2. Esty Matt's in 3rd from Fozzie in 4th, Ollie Z in 5th, and a Salty Bear trying to make up a few positions right now. The leader, of course, in terms of those that have stopped this afternoon. He's done his first stop so far. Only 3-second time penalty for the guy up front. Jonas in 2nd. Here comes Salty Bear, and let's see which way is he going to go. The inside line. Yes, he will go up the inside then with a bite of DRS, and that should be a relatively easy manoeuvre for him. Into 5th position right now. Next one up will be Fozzie Bear for him. And Jonas now going to be chasing down Ollie Z as well. Danestar in a potential net P3 I'm looking at right now. In terms of the gap to the leaders, 19 seconds to the leaders. So he is in kind of that delta for a good strategy. Of course, if we don't get a safety car, he will be there. He's got Trudus up behind. We've got Gazman and Yuri there battling. The 2 Mercedes battling with the sole Ferrari in that position right now. Is outside. That's brave. Not on the grass, my friend, is just tried it. Optimistic. Wasn't quite going to work there, though. That's Hoffner dropping down the order ever so slightly right there, I'm noticing as well. So that's a real shame to see Hoffner, who's still in AI, unfortunately. He's pretty much out of this race. There don't be too many points as through comes Speed Yuri, whose next target will be the car of Truders. And with the help of DRS then, which way is he going to go? Left or right? What do we reckon? I think he's going to go swoop it to the outside line. Trudeau's presumably going to cover the inside line. It's the old dummy though. And he's going to go up the inside in towards turn 1. Late braking as he get the car stopped. Yes, he does. So that now up into P10 for Yuri. As that Ollie J dropping down a position I'm noticing right there. He's now down into 7th as Jonas now switches up into that position. Apex, 3-second time penalty. Again, had to drive through earlier on. Now picking up yet another penalty. So, power on Apex. We thought his race couldn't go from bad to worse. Well, he's getting the double pain right now. Over down the field, we've got 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th position. All in a nice little line. Here on lap 8 of 36. And right now, what are you going to be doing if you're Joss? Well, for a second, it was looking up the inside of Gazman into with a very difficult corner, which I still can't pronounce sometimes. And that is the corner of Picatapato. Of course, turn 10 as you now come up into 12 and now into 13, 14 and 15. It's aren't really corners, but technically counts as corners as well. DRS is enabled. Gazman closing up to the back of Trudus, who's got the slight DRS on Yuri. Behind, late braking there from Jess up the inside into turn 1. Late braking gets a stop. Nice to do right now, and that is enough position for him. Gazman now going to be challenging and trying to come back with the DRS. Can't quite do it as they all weave down the straight left and white to see who is doing well. Closest battle on the circuit. That's a battle between, well, the real battle 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th position. That is the real battle we are seeing right now. It's the 2 Liams up front leading this race. Trudeau's there, we can see looking on board here of him. He's got Joss up right behind him. Is he just in the DRS? Yes, he is. In comes Liam into the pit lane for his first of 2 mandatory stops. Looking back then at Joss, we see DRS opening. Yes, he is, so he's going to be safe for the time being. Joslo closing up. Trude's going to go slightly defensive. We're going to say late dive. He thinks of it. No, not from there, my friend. Backs off it. And I do know what I said earlier on. 36% chance of pole position winning this race. Andreas, who did get that pole position, well, unfortunately, there is a 74% chance of not winning this race. And unfortunately, he is one of that 74% because he's at this race. Unfortunately, as Josh Larry can ride on board, chasing down Trude's in 9th position. Yuri and 8th ahead of Dane Star, now in 7th position. Ollie J, meanwhile, up 11 position. Estimat's up 13 for him. Liam 1-3, of course, still yet to come in the pit. Then in terms of those that have yet stopped, top 3 haven't come in yet. We've also got Ollie J hasn't come in. The rest have done their first mandatory stop. Will now be going, presumably, all the way until around about that 26, presentably. And then another set of soft tyres to the end of this race. Of course, we can see 10 laps potential for Liam 1-3 right now. Further down the field, we have Fozzie Bear and Salty Bear, the 2 bears, battling it out in turn number 1. In terms of fast lap, by the way, that is Jess with the fastest lap as MFC Trudus now gets overtaken by the Mercedes that has actually got the fast lap of this race, right on cue as well. The sun is shining then here in Brazil. The sun is shining at my window, I must say, as well. It's very bright outside as well. So now I can't see very much because it was very dark. Now the sun's come out. It'll settle down in a minute, so it'll be all fine. Ollie G, meanwhile, he's currently in stat position. Only 2 people with the penalties right now as we go back to talking of your race leader, who's in the pit lane. Right on cue and gets a 5-second time penalty. Right on cue as well. And he'll serve it as well. I'm going to quickly go and pull my curtain across because I can't see a thing because the sun is really bright right now. As now we can see. Love to see it. Well, I love to see it because I can see right now. Meanwhile, look at this battle down here for 6th position. Dane Star on Ollie Z up the inside on those medium tyres, gets a job done. Further down the field, look at this gang of the cars, Len. Hey, this is what we like to see. We've got Ollie Z, Yuri, Joss, Truders, Liam. Then comes Gazman, then comes Jordan, who's a little bit further back. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars, all in a nice little line. It's the Dane train right now. And, well, he's the star of the show, is Dane Star right now, the championship leader. Potentially wrapping up the title if he gets into the top 3. And of course, the permutations of which we will be speaking of later on in this race, of course, as things start to plan out. As there is a mugging down the straight. Ollie Z getting absolutely swamped right there down the straight. Whilst I was taking a second breather. 3 wide into turn number 1. This can't work, boys. As they go 2 by 2, 3 by 3. Car around. It's the Mercedes of Josh, who's round there in turn number 1. He got caught up. I think that was the car bunking Brocker in the middle there of that 3 wide sandwich. As they went there, that was the car in the middle. Let's look at the inside of Trudus. Oh, sorry, Liam looking up the inside. Can't quite do it on Trudus as well. As all sort of carnage just starts to unfold as 3 wide into the center rest. That was optimistic. I don't think that was going to work, though. As you can see, Liam, he's looking for a position then. And that is now 7th position, of course. He is on slightly fresher tyres, 0 lap old tyres compared to those slightly warmer tyres behind him as well. As he's right up behind, which way is he gonna go? Left or right? He's gonna be squeezed a little bit there by the AlphaTauri outside line, with the help of DRS as well. They almost touched down the straight for good measure, and let's see if he have that move done. Indeed he does. Is Trude's gonna stick with him, try and get the double bite of the cherry? is what I'm wondering. At least he has picked up a 3-second time penalty as he now comes into the pit lane and then picks up a 5-second time penalty as well. Trudeau's dropping back down. He hasn't got the tyres right now with the DRS. He will close up a little bit. But Liam not using his ERS currently. Up front, Estimat leads this race from Salty Bear in second position. In terms of this standings, what it does right now, if things finish right now, Dane finishes in what is 5th position. Salty is eliminated. Okiki and Josh must finish 2nd, and Rogue must finish 9th. So far, Rogue is currently... Where is Rogue? Is not in this... Is he... Where is Rogue? Where is he? Is he here? I don't think he's here. He's not here. So, unless I'm blind, which is very possible, as Kongoffner drops out of the back, we haven't got Rogue right now, as I'm trying to look through to see who is where. So, Danestar in 5th. So, Okeke and Joss, they will both be eliminated right now as well, as things finish as they are. And don't forget as well, looking at it as well, and remember, this is the crucial thing. This is the crucial thing, remember, as we get it. Estimat yet to stop. Jonas off at turn 4. There, or turn 5, might I say, has come a crop up, potentially on the curb. As he gets the car turning there, back on the gears. Has he got damage on the front end? I don't believe so. No, he hasn't. As he rejoins right ahead of Jess, down in 11th. That now promotes another position up. As running wide there, and yet no damage, it looks like, on the front of that car. So, Jonas, a very lucky puppy dog, indeed, if he has got away with it. And now into 4th position. I was saying, this is looking potential, the gold in the hat so far for Danestar here, who started, remember, down in 8th position, currently in 4th. Now up into 3rd. Now, remember, if he finishes 3rd, Salty is eliminated. Okiki and Joss must win. Rogue must finish 7th with a fast lap for it. Remember, if Dane finishes 2nd, he will be in potential of this championship. Because remember, if he finishes 2nd, Okiki, Salty and Joss are eliminated. Rogue must finish 5th. Gaza and Esti must finish 11th or 12th with the fast lap. Now, of course, Estimat right now, he is currently leading this race. Yet to stop, he has got a big buffer. Remember, we look to see where he'll rejoin when he comes out of this. He has got a 21-second gap down to what is 11th position. Where, meanwhile, is his other friend is Gazman. He is down in 8th. Gazman has already stopped in this race. He's done his first stop, so he is okay so far. In comes Estimat right now for a double set of soft tyres, I'm presuming. And let's see what he can do then. It's got to be aggressive, or is he going to go for a set of medium tyres? Let's see. Surely a double set of softs to the end of this race. It is a set of softs, so that confirms soft to the end. And up 17 of 36. We are coming up to halfway distance. Gazman in 7th. Up the road you can see Liam behind Truders in 5th and 6th. We can see a potential battle here between 5th and 6th, both with DRS. You can see Liam there playing devil's advocate right now, not pushing as heavily as you would imagine some would be doing right now. Okiki, 3-second time penalty, hasn't made too many mistakes though right now. He's currently down in 14th position, chasing down 13th as well. Salty, a little bit of a lock-up on the front left there. Sorry, Danestar, a little bit lock-up on the front left. I do apologise, by the way, like I said, if I do occasionally, you hear me sometimes stuttering a little bit. I am in some mild pain with my tongue in my mouth, but it's be fine. Talking of slight pain, is Danestar going to be under pressure? Up into turn number 1, late braking, and that looks like a little more of an easier move. That Danestar, I don't think fighting that too heavily. I think Danestar right now probably knows right now this is a longer race than he thinks. Yuri there defending in and out, can't quite do it though right now. I have seen by the way, Precision, I don't believe is going ahead of a stream, but the race is going ahead as well. As let's see, late braking, outside line. Careful, Dane. Don't try to do something you will regret, my friend. As he backs out of it so far. Down into the corners. A little bit of a lock up in the background there from an AlphaTauri. I saw going skating a little bit onwards. But everyone gets themselves stopped on their marks. As Dane Stock continues to pile on the pressure here, lap 19 of 36, 17 laps to go. Pulls to the inside ever so slightly to try and look at a move. Meanwhile, we have Gazman and Estimat, and this here is quite crucial for the championship. Estimat now up positions into 7th, ahead of his rival Gazman, remember. That is showing how good is there. You can see Apex and Fuzzy Bear battling, and up front, Daystar now back in a second. Daystar in a second, but it's not over yet. As they fight on the exit of 4, into 5 and 6. Up the hill they come, and it is now Daystar on the inside line. And Yuri there, overtaken, back down into 3rd. And that there again, this is all going to be crucial. Because remember, as these races goes on, this is going to run out the championship to be closed in. Bit of a lock up there again for Daystar. Looks like he's just trying to nurse those tyres a little bit. Remember, in terms of the tyres, 13 lap-old tyres for your top 3. Liam on 6 lap-old tyres. Estimat on the best tyres of the lot right now, 7 lap-old tyres. But he will be, of course, stopping again, like all of these drivers, stopping once more this afternoon. But here is Yuri with DRS to the inside. Daystar's not going to cover it too heavily right now. It's down the inside in turn 1. Late braking, here comes Yuri. Has he got it stopped this time around? Yes, he does. But a little bit of a compromise exit. And let's see what Daystar can do then. Right to left. He'll do the old little bit of switcheroo. Yuri not going to fight too much on the inside line. Can't quite do it. Now Daystar back on the second. Late braking it into turn 4. Get to stop this time. But we've seen how good Yuri can go in again and again for the second time. Side by side up the hill. And has he got it this time? They're still going at it then. As they rise over the crest, Yuri a penalty. But he's still there. He's still there. And on the inside, he's going to force Dane to go wide. But Dane, though, with a little more grip, can just about hold the position. Further back behind, look at Liam here catching up to these guys as well. This is turning into a free-ride scrap between Merc and the Red Bulls then. So, it's a charging Bulls, but it's a Silver Arrow trying to put on the charge right now with DRS again. Yellow flag there for Fuzzy Bear, who's gone off the road, but we're keeping an eye on virtual safety car, and in comes Dane. In comes Yuri. In comes... We've got Truders in. Josh in the pit lane as well. And presumably we're going to go to Fuzzy Bear, and that's going to be no-nos for him. Indeed it is. No-nos for him. So, race neutralised ever so slightly, but it's Dane Snot now with a potential ace up the sleeve. Because remember, with these new tyres, set of soft tyres by the way, going, what, 15 laps on these tyres. It's going to be a big ask for them. But if anyone can do it, it can be Dane Snot. We'll see what he can do. He's going to be on a charge. He's going to be pushing it. Doesn't need to pick up a penalty meanwhile. You can take this a little bit cautious right now. Don't mind you lose a bit of time to the cars ahead, because right now you are actually in a very good position potentially to take the lead of this race, Sunshine. This really will change the course of this afternoon. And we'll go and look at the permutations, what happens if Dane Snot does indeed win. Because remember, looking at the gap there, 22 seconds between first and down there. DRS now enabled. We are back racing. If Dane wins, remember in terms of fastest lap, who has got the fast lap? That is going to be crucial. As it's one of the fastest lap. It is Estimat. So if Dane wins, Salio, Kiki and Joss are eliminated. Rogue must finish 4th with the fast lap. Gaza and Estimat must finish at minimum 8th. As in comes Liam. He's got caught up. This is going to show you how much time he has lost. Because here's Dane Start. And already past Len, down into turn number 1. And he's now up into 6th position. On those tyres, going for fastest lap as well. As you can see, Josh now up into 9th position as well in this afternoon's race. He's up a few positions from the mistake he made earlier on. So, a few real key points looking to this race. The second real virtual safety car of this afternoon. So, Kiki, meanwhile, has Apex behind him to keep him company as well. Well, he's meanwhile being a AI, I'm noticing right up there, so I think he's disconnected, unfortunately, it would seem, as Konghofner in the pit lane as well. He, I believe, is he in the race again? No, I think he's still an AI potentially, which is a real shame for him. Meanwhile, to the race leader, that is a Salty Bear, who is currently leading the field right now, 5.2 seconds from second position, of course. Then it is just under a second to Mr. Matsovesti, who's currently running in that third position right now. Gazman in 4th, Jordan in 5th, and then it's Mr. Dainstar in 6th position. Surely, though, he's going to have to be keeping his tyres a little bit conservative. Apex, meanwhile, dropping down a position with Ollie Z there. He's battling with Ollie Z, actually, the AI, as through he comes. And now up into 13th position. OKK in 12th, next one up the road. Though saying that, Ollie Z coming back through then with the DRS, but he's going to be overtaken pretty easily because the AI doesn't know what it's doing, unfortunately, and is now down into 14th. Fozzie down in 15th, Konghofner down in 15th, Salty Bear into the pit lane. Liam stays up for the time being. SD Matt as well staying up. He will be going as Fozzie Bear 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Talking of Fozzie Bear, like it was earlier on, SD Matt, remember, he'll be stopping within the next few laps, I reckon, unless he's trying to gamble on a safety car delta. And he will be going, of course, for a new set of soft tyres. Presumably sooner rather than later, potentially, because, of course, you don't want to get caught out and run out of lap times if we do get a safety car later on. It's all about track position right now, and SD Mats, who does lead this race from Leon on 3 in second. 5-second time penalty for him, 3 for Yuri, 3 for Liam. It's 3 for Akiki Rogue. Sorry, Apex. We've got Ollie Z, Fozzie as well. 2 DNX, that was MCFC, who retired, we believe, on circuit, and Andreas Larsson, who unfortunately ended up in the wall on the exit of turn 7, which is a real shame for the man who I thought potentially was going to do quite well. But there is the luck of me, who often or not ends up cursing people. As we look to see now, Gazman in the pit lane, that will allow Jordan up through positions. This will allow Dainstar up into 4th position. Championship unlikely to be decided here today, but it could definitely be decided in the next couple of races. You can see the battle here for 7th and 6th. Yuri under pressure from Trunders. And with the DRS's, Trunders going to go to the inside. Yuri there covers it. And it's going to be late braking them from the AlphaTauri driver. Yuri gives a bit of a squeeze on the entrance of the corner. Says, no, you do it. And Trunders goes, okay, I'll concede for now, but it's not over yet. I'm going to get you, sunshine. He's probably thinking in that cockpit. As anything can happen here in Formula 1, it usually does. And it's a real battle on this circuit as well. 6th and 7th. Behind them, just ahead of Liam right now. Don't forget, by the way, as well, you can vote your driver of the day in the chat as well. I will occasionally ask what the chat wants. And chat, don't forget, you can start figuring out who you think could be your driver of the day as well. And one of you will get picked for that driver of the day vote as well. So we'll mix it up again. We'll let the chat decide one of the drivers of the day. Liam on 3 in the pit lane right now is up for a 5-second time penalty, I believe it is, for that pit stop earlier on. Set of soft tyres to the end of this race, and away he will go. Dainstar, by the way, he really is in a good position right now, isn't he? Look at him. He's running. Remember, he has Salty Bear who will try and catch him, but he is in the jackpot right now to lead this race. Remember, Jordan Estimat yet to come in. As you can see, battle here between the Mercedes and the AlphaTauri. Better contact there nearly on the straight. As, like I said, I'll get you sunshine last time around. We came here and exactly there. Oh no, dearie me, Mr. Yuri. Careful, sunshine. He's taking a wallop off the rear end. He doesn't like that for some reason. It's attacking him like a bee. Well, he's going to sting him once or twice. And unlike a bee, he'll live to fight another day. Up through the gears, and now let's see with DRS, is Yuri going to come back though? In comes Jordan into the pit lane. Here is Yuri. His teammate right behind as well. 3 breaths into turn number 1. We've seen this once. We've seen this twice. And it's the Mercedes going at it. They're almost going to touch. They're still 3 abreast on the exit of the Center S. But what a move there from Jisk, who takes 2 in 1 with a sensational move. And Yuri there, left in the mud. He doesn't know what's happened there. He's shocked. What a beautiful move. Optimistic from Joss. Round the outside and the inside for the next. And the outside onto the exit of the next one. And he gets 2. And that just shows there's a big tag slapper there from Yuri, who just about keeps it on the circuit. And now is Trunder's going to take a little lunge up the inside. No, he can't. Has another little lurk on the exit. As through the gears, as we can see someone asking for the tyre graphic. There you go. As in comes Estimat. Now, for his tyre stop. This will now allow Dainstar to lead this race. Remember, championship as things will stand will carry on for a little bit longer on, because I believe we're looking at Estimat will come out at least in the top 8. He'll be in 6th. Might be dropping into 7th, but I think he should be in 6th position. He exits the pit lane. He'll have Liam and Jonas coming up very quickly, though. Won't have the potential of DRS. Jonas, meanwhile, will get the position from Liam, as up the inside he will go into 7th position. Liam Estimat now in 6th. Title stays on. Yellow flags as Yuri. Well, where is he gone? Well, where's he gone? He's off the road. It's meanwhile, look at this. Okiki battling with Liam. Jordan there, I think, slightly touched the rear end of him, as these guys all battle down for 9th, 10th, and 11th position. This is turning into a sensational little race here in Brazil. Up front, we still got Dane leading now by 1.3 seconds from Salty Bed, just in 3rd. Trudeau's in 4th, and Estimat surely will get past, now in 5th. Jonas in 6th from Liam in 7th. Gazman 8th, Liam 1-3 in 9th. OKK in 10th. Jordan, I believe this is for a new nose. Let's have a look, unless he's doing another stop. Is this going to be a new nose, I'm wondering? He got very close to the back of Kiki. New nose, indeed. Yuri, new nose as well. Fozzie, Ollie Z, Kong Hofner in 15th to allow this race still from earlier on. But it's Dane leading, 1.5 seconds from Salty. And you've got to wonder, Okiki, 3-second time penalty. You've got to wonder here for Dainstar, is he going to fight this too heavily then? He's going to be on what is tyres that are 7 lap holds versus 4 lap hold tyres, so not too much of a difference, to be fair. We believe Dainstar really here is taking a bit more care on his tyres. And honestly, have a little look. Actually, as I can do it on the Taz of what the tyre wear is. Estimat has got past. I presume that was a bit more of a choreographed move, should we say, than that. Once I get the dashboard up quickly in the background to see where is what in terms of the damage, in terms of the tyres. It's 33%, 36% on the front right, it's 23 and 27 on the rears versus 23, 25, 17 and 20 for Salty, so not too similar, but it just looks like a little bit more of an advantage right now for Salty Bear. Those tyres, you can see him closing up 1.1 seconds so far. None of these drivers have got damage on side pods. As I look through the field, no one has picked up any floor, sideboard or diffuser damage, which is good to see so far. As you look down the rest of the field now to see a potential battle here between OKK and Liam 1-3, and of course that is a laps off versus 3 laps off, so I think that battle has long since going to be going. Gazman in 8th, Liam in 7th, Jonas in 6th, and it is ST Matslow on the charge. Trying to get now up to 3rd position, just then his next rival. Gap between them 2.1 seconds. ST Mats now with the fastest lap of this afternoon. Now what is a 1 minute 8.59, 2 quickest lap by the way for your race leader, 1 minute 9.416. So Dainstar really is struggling a little bit, but he's getting the job done. What he needs to do right now for his championship hopes, it will go on longer, but another win on his cards, another second potentially, will certainly help his cause. In terms of that, by the way, he finished second last time out. Last race winner, by the way. I was having a look who won last week. That was ERT Jordan who won last week. He's down there in 12th position. So it's been a first and second. It's been a 2-1-1, 2-1-1-2. Now he's on for a potential 1, potentially 2 again. He's got cars closing up behind him. He's got not too far behind, don't forget, Jis as well. But we are running out of laps here. Lap 32 of 36. We've got, what, 33, 4, 5 and 6. So, what, 5 laps to go this afternoon, counting this one as well. But Daystar leads this race. Salty Bear still in second. Jess in third. Estimat in fourth. As things go, the championship will carry over. And it will go, of course, to next week, which is, of course, going to be in June, and that will be on a lovely Friday afternoon as well, which will be, I'm trying to see what the next track is going to be quickly in the background whilst I have a little look there whilst I've pressed something, and now I've lost everything. What have I done? Here, I've broken SimGrid. That's hang on, I can get it back. Hang on, let's do this way. I've got it back. Don't worry, I fixed it. I pressed the wrong button there. What I meant to do is press the let's see, where is that? The race is, and this will tell me where's the next race, because I can't remember where the next race is myself. And the next race where the championship will go to will be, of course, down towards Monza, Italy. That championship could be decided right there, might I say. Top two getting a little bit closer right now. The gap now is down to 0.7 of a second. The 27th of May, in just 7 days' time. Thank you for Coco, or I think that's how you pronounce your name, for letting me know. A lovely Italy Monza next week. Look at Jesse closing off the back of these guys well on those medium tyres. He's not given this race up yet, has he? And is he gonna have a look? Don't forget, Estimat's coming in on this as well. In comes Yuri for another stop. And up front, Dainstar, he's going to be looking back. He's got that gap now up by another 10.42. But here is going to be Josh coming for an attack then. Which way is he going to go? They're going to close up to the race leader as well. He's not using his ERT. He's just playing the smart game right now. Doesn't need to fight it too heavily. And he's going to use all of his ERTs as soon as he can. As we have a yellow flag is Fozzie Bear getting out of the way. Here is Josh up the inside into turn number 4 up the inside. He got it stopped. Yes, he has got it stopped. So Josh now in a second. Good manoeuvre for him. But now can Salty come back and fight? No, he can't right there. So Josh now into that position. We got yellow flags. I'm looking to see who that actually is. Is that Liam who's lost? Oh, it's Liam who's lost his front wing. So Liam's lost his front wing somewhere. I thought that might have been a lapped car. I thought that was Fozzie Bear potentially, but Fozzie Bear actually still in the kind of the running as well. He's down in 15. I think he's a lap down actually. So that was where I got confused on. But here is Dainstar. Now, he's burning his ERS as now off has gone Yuri at turn number 1. As through turn number 1, here comes Dane, Josh, and now also Salty Bear. Danestar's going to have to burn some of ERS here. We are on that 35 of 36. And this here is a potential for Josh to try and take an attack, but don't do it now. Don't do it now. Just try and get the close up behind him with a good attack. Salty with a penalty. That's going to promote ST now up into 3rd position. And remember, looking at where the driver of Joss has finished in the last couple of races, as I look down to see the order, has he won a race this season, I'm wondering? The answer to that is he won the first race of the season, has best results since then, it's been a 2nd, and now he could have a chance here in Brazil. Last lap of the race, he's going to the inside to take the lead, to snap the lead here on the last lap, but Danestar has the ERS, he has a lot more fuel to burn. Can he come back? He'll use all the ERS, he'll use every little ounce of ERS he got, just with nothing to fight. He'll go to the inside, down into 4, late braking, he'll take it back. Does he get it stopped? Yes, he does. Now, the answer is, who's going to get the best run down to Young Cow? Is Yoss going to come try and fight to the outside? No, he can't. We're on the last lap here in Brazil. It's Just in 2nd, Bear in 3rd, Estimat in 4th. But it's Danestar, he's got half a lap to go, and he will be extending that championship lead, which he's held so well. His best result this season is the 1st or the 2nd. He's going to have to burn as much ERS as he wants, because he'll have a very hard chance. This could be a 1 to the line. This could very much be a run to the line. Here comes Joss. He'll get the front wing open. Has he got the line? Is he going to get the line? To the line, it's almost a dead heat. And Joss has got it on the line. By what is going to be? What is the gap? We won't know what the gap is. It's not showing us. Dane in 2nd. SD in 3rd. Salty in 4th. Trudus in 5th. Gaz in 5th. In 6th. 7th Liam. Jonas in 8th. OKK 9th. Apex 10th. Jordan from Ali Z. Yuri, Fozzie and Hong Hofner. My oh my. What titanic battling here today. Danestar. I don't know what the gap is. It had to be within a 10th of a second there. What incredible battling. And I told him we had to pay attention, and he's done exactly that. From where was he on the grid? His 2nd win of the afternoon as well. What a beautiful little manoeuvre there. And where did he start, I'm wondering, as I try and find where he started. 15 positions up right there. What a stunning, stunning race. That certainly was. Mercedes then on the top step, and a probably slightly dejected 2nd place Danestar, I will say, and it's 3rd, of course, for Estimat. The championship goes on to Italy as the champagne very much sprayed there for the top 3. And your official rundown then, 5/100ths of a second there between the top 2. And I've got to give it to the top 2, my both driver of the days. Estimat's in 3rd, Salty, Truders, Gazman, Liam, Jonas, Okike, Apex, Jordan, Ollie Z, Yuri, Fozzie, Gonghofner, Liam, MCFC and Andreas down the back. My question to Jess, you took there from 16th on the grid to the win. Last lap, you played the smart game. You used all the DRS at the right time. You used the DRS. 5/100ths. Were you expecting that one right there? And my question to Danestar, 2nd position. The championship getting closer. Next time at Monza, it could be decided. You didn't win it today, But heading up into next race, how are you feeling for this championship as it's starting to slowly come your way? And indeed, there is both of my drivers of the day. And of course, thank you to the Podium guys for letting me stream this. It's good to be back in Podium. I haven't been here for about a year. Actually, I think it is nearly been a year since I last did here. So it's nice to be back here for all the lads here. But I will have to go because we have Pinnacle live in just a few moments, just under 15 minutes. So I shall let everyone go. Until next time, I have been Evil. Take care. Goodbye from Brazil.